Even when very young, Marlo experienced emotions as colors. If the mood was yellow, it was Sunday night before another week of school, melancholy and foreboding, and Chef Boyardee cheese ravioli. Growing up, Marlo would play imaginary baseball games and football games. He could keep himself entertained for hours. In fantasy, he could escape his limitations, be someone else, more capable, more talented, of any sex, of any color, of any age. He'd found this game early and approached it with a Buddhist detachment and a heart sensitive to beauty, but he was always morally ambiguous to a fault. His dark side made him laugh. He admired urbane, world-weary nonchalance, loved characters, loved a good plot, loved to peep through peepholes, would forgive almost anything if you were funny. He'd always viewed life through the lens of art, a poem, a painting, a story, a movie. His vision always romantic and stylized, never wedded to a skill, wedded to the act of imagining. Marlo had been thinking much about Proust lately, as Chandler's Marlo had done before him, who also saw how life is circular and meaning never fixed. Our Marlo's mission was to resolve his life in the third act, hoping that all he'd learned, experienced, strived for would come to fruition. This against the fear that experience was becoming less meaningful and new ambition irrelevant and too late. Proust didn't begin à la recherche du temps perdu until late in life, when he stumbled on the device of involuntary memory. For Marlo, the late discovery of the act of painting was his stumble on the cobblestones, his cookie dipped in tea, a device that would propel him in unexpected directions. Marlo's favorite theme was the creative drive, the desire to make things, the artist's quest to make the inanimate live, to impart soul. What crystalline, Vermeer glazed dreamscape unfolded before Proust as he wrote? How was it for Rembrandt? What was it like to be Stravinsky? What was it like to write Rite of Spring? To be Claude Debussy? To write Afternoon of a Faun? What was it like to dance like Nijinsky? And Marlo imagines himself in his garden dancing like Nijinsky. A work on plexiglass in 12 panels. Nijinsky leaps flower to flower, each flower their own sweetness. 2 roses, one young, the other younger, splash their scent in the sun. Shimmer and shudder, O beauties, blush with radiant desire, the splendid bath of your hair. I adore it, mad red neath crazy blue, the wild delight, the witching tune first kiss to last, while bees murmur in the ash gold hour, you are mine. Hot lips drink lightning, to be drunk till evening, to say, no more. Ah, I must sleep, forgetting the outrage. That was last year, but now it was stormy at the shore, and the lifeguard was off duty. All Marlo could manage was to paint faces on paint cans and impale them on wooden stakes outside his studio. A nice Mr. Kurtz gesture. On cardboard, he painted bright red with white dots. Picasso's lucky shirt, bought at a flea market. Marlo's caption, President Madoff made off with my shirt. President Bernie Madoff. Such are these modern times. Charlie Tramp, in the last scene, picks a dime off the pavement. Card reads, 10 times I don't have to go down for a penny. Ask Mr. Boots, 10 cents. What's it all about, kitty? Is it just for the moment we live? Life is suffering, sure. But consider how it was in the alley for Mr. Boots, hearing the 5 a.m. screams, bottles breaking, rustling in the garbage cans, retching and laughter and drunken songs, and always tense when his phone rang. Mr. Boots got the news a friend died of a heart attack due to a combination of cocaine and Viagra while looking at Yves Klein's blue monochrome 1961 at MoMA. and got the call about a suicide while at the Getty viewing Chardin's Still Life with Peaches, a Silver Goblet, Grapes, and Walnuts. And there was Proust's character, Bergat, who died in front of Vermeer's The View of Delft. His last thoughts of a little patch of yellow in a wall, painted with the delicacy of Chinese lacquer.